everyone, welcome back to Joe Man's Land. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking all about the Mantispod 2. Is it something you should get? Is it something worth doing? Let's get out there and let's see whether or not this awesome piece of kit could be something you might want to add to your Nikon vlogging setup. Let's go. All right, so like I said, today we're going to be having a look at my vlogging setup and more specifically my most recent gear pickup. I definitely say that the Z6 paired with the FTZII adapter and all of the F-glass I have makes it maybe not necessarily a typical vlogging camera, but nonetheless, it's a vlogging camera I have. Right now you're seeing me through the Osmo Pocket 2 because I just want to kind of show you guys what all fits into this kit. The Osmo Pocket 2 along with the Ulanzi selfie stick that you're seeing me with right now fits into this bag. That bag being the Peak Design, I think it's a 3-liter model. And honestly, you can fit quite a lot of stuff. Let's just get into it. We'll get everything out, we'll get it set up, and we'll have a look at the new toy. First thing is the Deity D3 Mic Pro. Gotta have a good mic, otherwise what are we even doing? Next, we've got my 17 to 35 millimeter f2.8 with a variable ND on top. Next, we've got the FTZII adapter. I know what you're gonna say, I should have caps on this. I forgot them at home, so don't sue me. Next, we've got the actual Z6. And last of all, but not least, the thing that we're gonna be talking about today, which is the Mantispod. We'll get into what are some of the differences between this and the Mantispod Pro, which is its bigger older brother. And yeah, we'll do some vlogging with it and see whether or not this can make the Z6 a better vlogging camera than it is already. All right, so right off the bat, it's got the PGYTECH universal release plate, which I've already actually added onto the camera. There was going to be an unboxing segment, but I formatted my memory card again and lost that footage, but that's okay. So yeah, basically you've got two main controls. You've got one here that locks in the pitch of the camera mount, which again, with this guy, you just screw it on, pretty simple. On the side here, you've got a cold shoe to put your mic or a light, whatever you want there. And then you've got the actual legs. So the legs fold out like this. Then you've got a little tripod base. The little button here locks in the legs at different angles, which is great. And then you've also got this guy on the bottom, which is the Mantispod stick thing. It allows you to hang the camera from things, and we'll do some shots like that coming up here so you guys can get an idea of what that could look like. When we put this together, we're going to want to be vlogging, right? So we need to adjust the pitch of this guy to get it just a little bit more centered. There we go. Yeah, something like that looks pretty good. You want to make sure this knob right here is nice and tight. That way then it's not going to move around when you're putting the camera on the little tripod here. All right, so let's get the microphone attached here. Like I said, we want to make sure that it's nice and tight so it doesn't fall off. All right, so now we've got this guy attached. All right, let's get the FTZII adapter on. Let's get the 17 to 35 lens added as well. Let's go ahead and throw this guy on. As you guys can see, there's a little switch here. This is what releases and locks in the camera. So we get that guy pressed in. Okay, now we've got that locked there. Now we're gonna wanna tighten it. So we're just gonna go like this, and we're done. That's it. Now we've got the vlogging setup. Let's switch to that camera now and we'll do some vlogging. All right, we are all set up now. I've checked my ISO. Everything is looking all hunky-dory. Already, I will say, having a handle to actually hold my camera while I'm walking and talking is great. Now, I said that it was a little bit different than the Mantispod Pro. The main difference is, number one, the top is a little bit different. Still got the same quick release plate. All that's the same, but you can't do the like super long selfie stick. The reason I ended up deciding that I didn't want to get the model that could do that was, well, my camera's pretty heavy. I don't want to risk that piece that you put together having a weak joint and dropping my camera. That would be no good. So I opted for this model. Let's go ahead and find a few different spots where we can set the camera down. We'll do some B-roll. You guessed it. The first way is just like this on the ground. Right now, that's it. That's all it is. Pretty basic. Let's get to the next version. Next mode is Mantispod mode. This is what this looks like. So yeah, we'll go find a better spot to do this Mantispod test, but you can kind of hang your camera from stuff. It's kind of cool. Right now, I'm actually finding the toughest thing is trying to find the right spot to mount this here Mantispod. Mantis mode is just a little bit hard. Like right now, I'm just on a play structure. I don't think this isn't optimal. Let's keep searching. This has been the best use case so far of the Mantis feature on the Matispod 2. Right now, I've hung it on a sign. It's on a attention coyotes in area sign. I guess they should be saying attention, there are YouTubers in the area. Coyotes, can you see it over there? So that sign wasn't just messing around, there actually are coyotes. Wish I brought a bigger lens. Man, that's the other thing as well I haven't mentioned yet is you gotta film everything upside down when you're using the Mantis clip. So, you know, I'll just rotate it in post, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not used to talking to the camera upside down. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit stressful trying to fly a drone at the same time while using a camera. I'm flying really low to the ground though, so it shouldn't be like too bad. Honestly, this is just kind of my first test of doing this, and I wanted to see how well it was able to object track obstacles. I've got basically a clear path here. Let's try running. All right, now we're running. How is the stabilization? How does this look? Does this look kind of cool? Or do I look like a loser? I don't know. Anyways, this is pretty much the penultimate vlogging test, I think, for the stabilization in the Z6, as well as me using a handheld Mantispod 2 as my vlogging stick. What do we think, guys? So, yeah, I guess let's go find a good spot to wrap this one up. Have you ever wondered what vlogging with a drone would look like? This is what it looks like, but of course there's no audio because there's no mics, but I think it looks kind of cool. I just thought I'd give it a try before I turned off the drone. Alright, so let's wrap this one up here. I really think that the Mantispod is a great piece of kit. It's very sturdy, not something I would worry about too much. I think my only gripe would be that when you're in Mantis mode and you're getting this little guy kicked out, you have to do it upside down. I couldn't find any workaround for that. And also finding anything with the right elevation to actually get like a human elevation between you and the camera was relatively difficult, but that's not really why I bought it. I bought it so I could have a selfie stick style handle to hold my camera when I'm walking and talking, and for me to be able to set my camera down to get B-roll, and even in a coffee shop, sit down and do a talking component when I'm doing Nikon news. So I would say that for $100 Canadian, which is what I paid for this little piece of kit, it is definitely worth it. Anyways, folks, let's leave this video here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember to take beautiful photos every single day. Don't do it for the views, do it for yourself. And if anyone tells you the Nikon Z6 isn't a vlogging camera, they're lying. See you in the next one.